We're going to move on to our next panelist. This is Michael Patelis, and he lost his vision to LHON when he was 15, and he is from Georgia. So, Michael, you go for it.
I'm going to sing. No, just kidding. Yes, so actually this is my official 30-year anniversary. My name is Michael Patelis. Sorry, I'm from Alpharetta, Georgia, and this is actually my 30-year anniversary. It was about 30 years ago to the day, maybe give or take 3 or 4 days. I remember I was on vacation with my parents. We always went to the beach the 4th of July week, and that's when I noticed my left eye was bad. And then, of course, from there I went through the whole story of that everybody else does with the mixed diagnosis and everything. So fast forward 30 years, been through a lot, learned a lot, and I'm extremely happy. And I could say right now that I would think that Labor's LHON has probably had more of a positive impact on my life than more of a negative. And one thing I'd like to start off by doing is to thank Lissa for all the work and all the work that her entire team does in bringing awareness for Labor's. And you know, throughout my entire 30 years, I was the only one in my family that we know of that we've tracked backwards, forwards, left, right, in every direction that's ever been affected. And until November of last year, when my 23-year-old cousin started to notice some vision loss as well. And it was because of the awareness that my family had about my condition that they knew immediately what to do, and they got my cousin into the trial at Emory, and he's the earliest that had gotten into the trial at Emory, and so far he's having seeing some results. His visual loss has dramatically slowed, I would say. You know, mine was probably a period of about 3 months, and he's 9 months into it. So hopefully he's seeing some results, and I think a lot of that has to do with just pure awareness. So one important thing that you should take away from this conference is to please let everyone in your family know. You know, you go down the list of who it is and let them know the symptoms. And you know, some people will be in denial, some people will be mad, they'll say, that would never happen to me. But just the simple knowledge, like Lissa pointed out yesterday in her list, just the simple knowledge of knowing what to do and what to look for could actually end up saving your vision if it works. So one takeaway that I wasn't really planning on talking about that, but I did want to go ahead and say that. So from a personal perspective, like I said, I am extremely happy. I'm very successful, and I'm not talking about financially successful. I'm happy successful. I'm in the perfect place in my life. Have a beautiful wife, 2 kids. It's my wife right there. She's the beautiful blonde. Can you stand up? Stand up, blonde. Don't tell me otherwise. And so, you know, in life, I always hear two of the most common phrases I hear with LHON. Number one is, well, why don't you get glasses? Okay, they don't help. And then the other one is, you can't do that. And I love you can't do that. Because as soon as somebody tells me you can't do it, then I do it. Or at least I try. And sometimes I fail. Like this past November, I was putting up Christmas decorations, and I decided to get on a ladder, and ended up falling about 8 feet onto the driveway, and landed on my head. So, but the decorations got done, and all was good. So it was a little scary, but all good. So yeah, you know, sometimes it's I pushed it a little bit too much, but you know, I always take that attitude, and I think actually Labor's has been an asset to me more than a disability or being able to hold me back in life. You know, in business, you have different tiers of people, different kinds of confidence, people of different levels, and I've found that it's always been very helpful to me that I disclose my disability when talking to people, and then all of a sudden that breaks down all the barriers and everybody's on the same level, and I can humanize with each other, because you know, you tell people about your story, then all of a sudden they tell you about their story. And you know, most recently, I guess it was about 3 months ago, I'm in sales and business development, and I was talking to a customer and a prospect, and we were having dinner, and I was telling him, you know, about my visual problems. And I've noticed that this gentleman, he has a disability as well. He stutters. And after I started telling him about my visual impairment, then he started telling me about his disability. And, we ended up talking for hours and hours, and then you realize that, everybody has their own issue. Just like Clark said, nobody's perfect, and everybody has their own challenges. And, it's because of that discussion that, 3 days later, ended up getting a huge order. Maybe it wouldn't have turned out that way, whatever. But it's always important that you're able to connect with people, and I think that's one of the biggest assets that I've been able to do in turning LHON from a disability or a challenge and turning it into an asset. With that in mind, also a couple other things I wanted to do is share some funny stories. I also wanted to, thought about calling this Laughing with Labors. So many funny stories that everyone has, like we've all talked about throughout my whole life. So I'd like to tell a few funny stories, and just so we can, end on a funny note, I guess, and with some laughter. So for example, a couple of years ago, I traveled around the world, and I had to go to Monaco for a conference. And I was there for a week, and I flew out from Atlanta, went by myself, and my wife made sure I had help all along the way and everything. And it was nice because I didn't have to worry about anything. I didn't have to wait any lines or anything like that. So definitely take advantage of all the benefits for you as well. But so anyway, like I said, I was in Monaco for about a week, and every day I learned that I had to take the number 6 bus from my hotel over to the conference. And we were about 4 days into it, and I was getting really confident that I knew exactly what to do, where to go, how to get off, and all that stuff. So it was like a Thursday morning, and a bus comes up and asks somebody next to me, excuse me, what bus number is that? And they said, oh, it's number 5. I said, okay, good. So that means the next bus that comes is bus number 6. So the next bus comes, and I get on, and the bus driver starts yelling at me in French. He starts saying, and I said, what? I don't speak English. He says, oh, I'm sorry. I speak English. I don't speak French. Sorry. And he said, I apologize to anybody here who speaks French. I don't want to.
Lissa does.
Okay, sorry. She can help me, okay? I just give you lessons. Again, we went back and forth for about 3 times. Then finally he looked at me. He says, school bus. And I was like, and then I look over and, yeah, I'm on a school bus. I'm sure all the kids on the bus will look at me, what an idiot, really? The next bus was the number 6 bus. But, in all fairness, they all look the same, too. They use city buses for the school bus. So, that's how it goes sometimes. But I have so many stories. I guess one more I want to tell you. I had a big presentation I was given at Apple. This was probably about 10 years ago. And my wife, Allison, she was driving me to the meeting. We were in California. And she goes, okay, you can do this, you can do this, you have complete confidence. And I said, yes, I can do this. And, I was giving a presentation from memory and everything. I said, all right, I can do it. And I start to walk out, and I said, wait, where's the building? Because I had no idea where to go. So yeah, lots of stories and lots of fun. So the most important thing is to laugh, I think. I have a lot more stories, but the point is to just always laugh and have fun. Hopefully there will be a cure, and we can all get better, or we can prevent it from getting worse. But I think most importantly is always be happy and make the best of it.
Fabulous.